do?
Oh, God, what'd you forget to do?
I forgot to change the episode.
Like the thing that's on the screen?
Yeah.
Ah, that's fine. We're live, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just double fucking checking. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to season 2, episode 25, live on Two Wheels. Chase on Two Wheels here, my buddy Bo, and our spectral producer Ghost. Go say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Yay! Guys, episode 25. It's your weekly motorcycle live show. And we're talking electric bikes because... Again, it's been a minute since we talked about them. But the reason we're talking about electric bikes again today is because there has been some pretty cool updates in the space. And you guys know I'm a fan of electric bikes. I can't wait for that technology to get usable. Maybe usable is too serious of a term. Practical. Yeah, let's use practical. Usable is a little much. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We've got a really cool show put together for you guys. And I think if you guys are interested at all in the space, it's going to be a pretty interesting show. Now, we can get to all the other stuff that we talk about in the show. So, guys, this is Live on Two Wheels, your weekly motorcycle live show. We are streaming both on the Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel and the Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel, which is the home for this show. So if you guys could do me a favor, if you're watching this live, I would prefer if you guys were commenting over on the Live on Two Wheels channel. That's the chat I have pulled up. I can only have one chat pulled up because of like sign in and stuff like that. So in order for me to see y'all's responses, just go over to Live on Two Wheels and watch it there instead of the Chase on Two Wheels channel, because I won't be able to see what you're saying, and I want to comment with you. And guys, so that's our live stuff, right? After the show is done, it will go up on the Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel. You guys can watch it there in perpetuity. That's where all these shows live. It also lives as a podcast because, it's a motorcycle podcast. Eventually. Yeah, we were a little late to if you guys are a podcast fan, we are sorry. We posted last week's episode like 15 minutes ago. Yeep. Last week was a little rough. I was trying to prep to go out to the MT10 press launch, which I did Monday through Wednesday this week. We'll talk about that in the housekeeping section. But
will we?
We'll try. We got away from that, though, and we forgot to post it. We got it posted now, though. But, you can...
Should we talk about that in the housekeeping?
We can mention it.
Okay.
I'll be careful. I'm still coughing, too. Sorry. So if you guys want to listen to us only, or if you want to watch or listen to us on your way to work or something like that, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, that's where Live on Two Wheels, the audio version, lives. So go check it out there. It's a good time. And our quality's pretty decent as far as, audio and shit. It sounds good. Okay, so that's oh my God, I keep coughing. Jesus.
I mean,
guys, I've been coughing for like 2 weeks now.
He has the black lung, Pop.
I've got the black lung, Pop.
That was a noise I've never made before.
Also, not the voice that it needed to be.
I don't know the black lung pop thing.
God damn it.
Anyway,
I swear to God, I'm just gonna strap you into a chair and make you watch all relevant pop culture films.
Well, as long as Trey keeps writing like he
Zoolander?
does,
nothing.
Trey always gives me a hey, this is what this is in referencing. I learned Eddie Murphy's, Wrong? Oh, Eddie Murphy's Wrong. There was a reference there. Now I understand that. So Trey is slowly teaching me the references that I need to know, and I appreciate that, Trey. Everybody
it's like you grew up on an island somewhere where you didn't have electricity.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get it. Sometimes I just that
island is called South Georgia, and I was a video game
how do you
nerd.
not know
All I did was play video games.
That's the thing. It's like you get some, but
they're rare though.
It's
I know.
It's like the obvious ones. It's just I gobsmacked.
It is what it is. So, guys, one of the cool things we like doing towards the end of our show, getting back to the show, we have a Discord server that full of motorcycle people. If you guys want to connect with other motorcyclists, highly recommend it. The server comes highly recommended, is all I'm saying. Yeah. There's a lot of motorcycle people becoming friends there, and we love it. So one of the cool things we do with Live on Two Wheels is at the last 5-10 minutes of the show, depending on how much Chase talks, we go into our Live on Two Wheels page, and I'll show you guys where you guys can post stuff. And we kind of just laugh at memes and stuff the last 5-10 minutes of the show. And Bo, if you want to go to my screen, I got it up. Already up? Cool. My God. So If you go over to the left side, you can see Live on Two Wheels. And up here, boom, Threads, Season 2, Episode 25. Click into there. You guys post away. It's a good place. We'll be messing around there last part of the show.
Yep. Yeah.
Speaking of Discord, we do have we do a moto shout out every week. So this week we got member Phantom EX30 with
You're
a
have to scooch that to the
okay.
left a little bit.
Gotcha.
The whole winder. A little bit more. There you go.
Okay, cool. So this moto photo of the week going out to user Phantom EX30 with a 1290 Super Adventure. Bro, does that give you South Dakota vibes? That kind of like rolling grassy hill thing?
A little
bit.
A little bit.
So guys, my favorite section on our Discord is the moto photo. It's full of photos from you guys, and you guys take great photos, honestly. So shout out to this guy looking like he's on an adventure.
We love our Discord.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
We're actually riding up to Nashville-ish with a couple people from our Discord.
We are, yeah. We have the SmortCon coming up, guys. So if we haven't already, Ghost, if you could post info about SmortCon in the chat. If you guys want to go, there's actually a meetup on August 26th, correct? Or 27th. It's like a period of time. You guys know. Say it, Bo. Tell it while I cough.
It's like the 26th to 28th. Not the time there, Ghost?
That is correct.
Yeah. And is it in Nashville or is it in around?
We'll be staying just south of it in Franklin, but we'll have a ride up through Nashville.
Cool.
It's going to be a good time. Trey, the producer, and Bo's going to be there. It's going to be a good time, guys. Definitely check it out if you're in the area or want to go.
Very excited about it.
Yeah.
It'll be my first official tour.
Oh, on the Tiger?
On the Tiger.
You can come see Bo's Tiger that we've literally talked endlessly about. And yeah, Mystic, you are totally right. The hills in the back of that photo, very Windows Vista, which is I find hilarious. All right, guys. So that's the Motor Shout of the Week. Now, let me get my cough out of the way because it's my favorite time of the week, and that's the Ghost Tip of the Week. I might have to do a cough drop, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying not.
You neck a bottle of honey.
Oh wait, do we still have the honey here?
I don't know.
Trey,
That's
can you go see if we have honey in the front? Because I'll fucking main vein that shit right now. All right. Ghost Tip of the Week is here we go. You ready, Bo?
Yes.
All right. Ghost Tip of the Week: if a food container/bag is not resealable, then it contains one serving.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah. 100%. If I open a bag of chips, that's what I'm eating.
Yeah, because then you got to go through the extra work. You got to roll it. You got to crimp it. That's a serving. That should be legal, honestly.
Yeah.
I think so. And that means we should not buy the giant bags of chips, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to not do.
Like if I open a bag of something, like a bag of chips or some popcorn, that's just... Oh Lord! He literally. Why with the tongue? What are you doing?
I'm not going to try to drip this shit all over me.
You could have. Hey, there were so many other ways you could have done that, but you're like this.
I did not look like that.
100%.
Oh.
Yep. And guess what?
Oh,
if it happens online,
fuck yeah,
them boys in Discord gonna get it.
I've been away, guys. I forgot. Yeah, okay. Well, fuck me. All right. Well, I can't wait to see what the end of the show looks like.
Yes.
All right, guys. So that's Ghost Tip of the Week. Ghost, thank you for your tip of the week. If you guys want to see the Ghost Tip of the Week on Instagram, Ghost on Two Wheels. All right. Now, before we get into housekeeping, let's talk about the Quick Shifter segment because... It's one of my other favorite things of the week.
You just list everything about
Everything's
the show. This is my favorite.
Everything's
also
my favorite. Well, so like, here's the thing with Quick Shifted, I like being surprised. So like, I don't know what's in the Quick Shifted segment every week. Ghost just makes that shit. I don't look at it. I literally get to experience it for the first time with you guys, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
And it puts a lot of faith in Ghost, and I have a lot of faith in him.
Okay.
All right, can you see this screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys, so Quick Shifted segment, if you guys are new, Quick Shifted is we just read off stories that are happening in the motorcycle space. If you guys are really interested in them, let us know in the comments. We'll make a whole show about them, but it's just to give like a kind of like a top news segment for the week. So here we go. I love you did such a good job with the intro, Ghost. Please don't let that go away. First up, Barkbusters has come out with handguards for the Triumph Tiger Sport 660.
Nice. Does
that bike need Barkbusters though?
I don't know, but I mean, they can't hurt.
Could you put 50/50 tires?
Look, the storm is nice for like
what is
bad
the storm?
weather. That's the big one on the right.
Oh,
it's
holy
really
shit!
Encompassing. So I have the VPS on the left side for the Tiger 900.
Gotcha. I can see the ones on the right. If you're gonna actually ride a lot in the wintertime and block all that wind, I could see using those. Yeah. I don't know if you need them for bark busting though.
Yeah, but it can help. I mean, yeah, they're made to break, but
yeah, okay.
You know.
All right, you're up.
Aprilia Touareg experience coming to North America with Baja Tour, over 1,000 miles of tough technical terrain. Jesus. In October. Go ahead, Chase.
Oh shit, bro! Yeah. I couldn't even ride on an asphalt or a gravel road with a Touareg.
The more I think back to my time on the Touareg, the more I really love that bike.
Really?
Yep. The more I think about it, the more I'm just like,
super interesting.
Good. It's really good.
I will say, like, I know that I didn't get to experience that bike the way I wanted to.
It is definitely a bike that you have to take time.
Yeah, you can't just jump on it and roll.
To set up for
not
you,
the way to go.
But it's a great bike.
Yeah, I would want more time on that thing. Yeah. All right, Harley Davidson turns a $215 million profit during Q2, even with the 2-week shutdown of production. Damn, fam.
Yeah.
Hey, our boy Trey. Woo! Double trade.
Double trade.
We love double tray. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited. Harley as a brand has suffered from its own image, but like the last year,
bro, I've been telling people Harley is doing a lot of things people need to be watching because there's a lot of companies that aren't doing that.
They're definitely taking the lessons of some of the stuff that they've learned over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I'm super excited about Harley in the future, just in general.
Honda drops a teaser video with the sound of the revamped Hornet that is on the way. Sound on or up.
Bro, that sounds nothing like a fucking Honda. What the hell was that?
I was going to make a comment, but it's like that last part definitely didn't sound like a motorcycle.
Bro, let me tell you, if a Honda sound... Oh, wait, shit, sorry.
Pause it.
Ah, damn it. I almost made it.
Bingo!
Fuck. That thing sounds so good. I'm actually excited about a Honda right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely...
Chase went to a press event. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Wait, you can't have it... In a wonderful area where Ghost legitimately likes to go on vacation. Okay. I went to Asheville.
I don't know where this is going.
I'm terrified, but sadly, Ghost wasn't invited. Oh, I'm sorry, Ghost. Oh, no.
You sack of shit. You should feel bad. You should feel real bad right now.
I will do this right now. Oh, no! Oh no, it was a clip from when I realized I wasn't following Ghost on Instagram. Oh no. I love that we have a soundbite of you saying you're a sack of shit. That's pretty great. I vote that we put that on the board, on the soundboard. So we just have you saying you're a sack of shit. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. Alrighty.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Ghost, that was great. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, that was our quick shifter segment. Now let's get into housekeeping. Housekeeping. All right, yeah, we gotta be quick with the housekeeping this week. We actually had a busy week.
I've got you on. I got mute ready in case you say something stupid.
Okay, So I went to the 2020. You can't just mute me for no.
You start. I went to the nope.
No, Yamaha told me that I can say that I was in Asheville. I went to the 2022 press intro for the 2022 Yamaha MT-10.
Okay.
A bike that I was super excited for, am super excited for. And I can post photos. I got a sneak peek photo that I just posted on Instagram.
Yes.
YouTube pics. Oh, wait, it's on the screen, right?
Yes.
My Instagram? Okay. Yay, follow me. So I just can't say editorially what I thought about the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So I won't. What I will say is the Blue Ridge Parkway is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Do you know, I think I told you this when I got back, Deals Gap in North Georgia, it's very similar to that. Super technical, super tight, and you guys need to watch the video. The video is going to come out at noon on August 15th. I have never, in all of the press rides I've gone on, I have fucking never ridden with a group of individuals that rode this fast on a press launch.
Yeah.
Like,
You should let them know you rode your MT-10 to the launch.
Oh, yeah. So I thought that, I'm going to the 2022 MT-10. I have a 2019, which is the last model that was made before the new update. So I was like, shit, Asheville's only 3.5 hours away. I'm going to ride my MT-10 to Asheville, also because fuck flying.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride my MT-10 to Asheville, and I don't regret that at all.
Yeah.
I rode that bike.
You went full dad mode, too. You had...
So here's the thing. I don't know if we've said it in a video. I've had parts, probably like $1,000 worth of just parts,
like
sitting,
little accessories
that just make the bike the way I want the bike to be made, and I've just had them sitting there. But we've had so much work to do with Wreck Bike Rebuild.
Yeah.
There's always been 2 bikes on 2 lifts.
Yep.
So it's not like, and the bikes we do with Wreck Bike Rebuild, a lot of the time you can't roll that motherfucker off the lift. It ain't got wheels on it for like 80% of its life.
Yep.
So we haven't had the lifts here, and I wanted to make a video on it and everything. I'd made a video on it, installing it. I don't know when that video is going to come out. I don't think we've scheduled it, but at some point we're going to put that video out. Basically, of me finishing my bike. My MT-10 right now is done to me.
Nice.
And it was really cool. I did all the work myself, which was pretty neat. I almost...
Yeah.
We'll wait for the video. I got saved by the guys in the shop. It was a near... catastrophic event, but luckily I've got a team around me.
Taking certain parts off requires you to have that part
anyway
standing on its own.
Anyway, if you guys see the video, we'll tell you guys on live on Ontwowheels when it comes out, but I finished my MT-10. I did that because I knew I was about to have to do this 500-mile like round trip, so I rode all day Monday through the rain.
Yep.
3.5 hours straight. It did not stop. Y'all, I swear to God, I'm not lying. When I woke up that morning, and you can ask Bo, I had a plan. I was going to do this big MT-10 touring video because I just got all these touring mods on it that worked out great. So I was going to make this touring video like there and back. I woke up that morning, and there was a cell of rain, and like Atlanta is here and Asheville is
Just
here
following you,
and
the whole
y'all
way.
That fucking cell was that big. It rained on me the entire way, and as if that's not bad enough, I'm dumb enough to where I had it in my head that if I'm going to Asheville, a way to get to Asheville that's only slightly out of the way was hit Blood Mountain and hit Richard B. Russell, which are my 2 favorite roads in North Georgia. So when I woke up and found out that it was going to rain the entire way, I did not change my mind.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, riding up Blood Mountain and then fucking Richard B. Russell was probably the top 5 sketchiest things I've ever done.
I told you, that's like one of the
by myself.
sketchiest things.
Nobody was with me.
Coming down Blood Mountain, getting lost by myself, and then it was nighttime and it started raining.
So nighttime would have been the only thing that could have made that worse.
Yeah, that was like top one of my top 3 scariest moments.
I do not recommend riding technical roads by yourself in the pouring rain, but I did, and we got a video coming out about it at some point. So
hey, Mr. I pay attention to live on Ontwowheels chat. Can you make Mystic a mod over there?
Hell yeah, I can make Mystic a mod. You kidding me? He's like here every show. Here you go, Mystic. I got you, boy.
Yeah.
So guys, we realized today that we're new to moving over to the Live on Two Wheels page.
Yeah.
So all of the people that have been mods over on Chase on Two Wheels, you're not mods on Live on Two Wheels, but just make sure to ask us throughout the show.
Just
We can
pure oversight.
Yeah, it's a whoopsie on our end. It's this whole like dual streaming thing, but we're gonna get you guys mods. We just need to be reminded, and we'll pop you in there.
And oddly enough, I can't do it from my Restream platform. So.
Well, that's why I got it pulled up, so it's all good. Okay, so that's what I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I told you guys about the MT10 when the press launch video for that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can say that I had the best press launch experience at the MT10 launch.
Interesting.
I'm not saying anything about the bike, but I'm saying like having a group of riders that all is there and all have a pretty high riding ability. Like that was super cool because most of the time the press launch kind of gets separated into the people that like to ride hard and the people that don't. Everybody liked to ride hard. So like it was fucking awesome. So what did you guys do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when I was gone? Oh wait, I came back Wednesday and we filmed the first ride, but like what did the first part of the week look like for you guys?
Bro, I don't know. It gets a lot. I got so many videos. That's my whole life just editing right now.
So you just like head down, editing it up?
So I don't even remember what we did.
Good man. Just
Like,
keep on shoving through the edits.
We're editing through our footage from South Dakota.
Oh, you did?
Well, we've got that started, right?
Okay,
for both
right.
episodes are assembled now, and now it's time for the edit. So
we might have Adventure Bros coming out. Let me look at a calendar. I'm really excited about the first episode.
Pretty sure it's the 15th of next month.
No, the first episode of Adventure Bros comes out on the 18th of August.
August, okay.
2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Very excited.
So,
I haven't seen any of the footage. I'm super excited to watch that.
And then we're going to start doing gear reviews more frequently on the channel, and the first of those will be this Thursday. And
Next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday.
A week from today.
And that's this guy. Right
Oh
here.
yeah, the Garmin.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We've got some Kriega stuff that we're going to, which by the way, like no shit, no joke, that backpack.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, this one?
You have yours ready too? Oh my god, we sound so paid right now.
No,
We're not.
I realized today when I was thinking about like how to talk about. Hold on. When I was thinking about how to talk about these things in a way that's like, I'm just going to be real with people. I'm not telling you to tell you to spend your money on it, but I'm going to tell you, give you the information so you can determine whether or not you do it. But that fucking backpack, I think it's called the Trail 9. I didn't think about it, but that thing took a whoopsie daisy off of a rocky hill. And if we look at the footage, it's like, oh, okay, it took that and ran with it. So that's good. And then if you saw my Instagram reel, you will know that we got a gigantic
Ninja Pants.
box of Revit gear.
Ninja Pants.
And so we'll be doing some stuff like that. So that's mostly what our week is prepping up for the rest of this month.
We got some cool shit, guys. I am super excited.
So that I can have the 26th off. So we can go to SmartCon.
Yeah, exactly. And before we keep going, I do want to Jason, what does that say? Busey?
Yeah,
Let's go with Jason Busey. Jason asks, do you know of an electric motorcycle company other than the Brutus that makes a cruiser-inspired bike? Electric. We're going to talk about a lot of electric bikes, and I don't think any of them are really cruisers, but there are a lot of different options. So, Jason, just stick around for the show. We've got some cool stuff out there. We got some bikes that I didn't even know existed, but that we're going to be talking about today.
God, a cruiser platform would be really good because it's
already heavy. Yeah, people would be there wouldn't be a big change. Yeah. But I think cruiser people more than anybody probably care about noise. Yeah. So that's probably going to be the hard sell for the cruisers. All right, that's housekeeping. So let's actually get into the damn show. So, Bo, unless you had anything else to add.
No. I just want to remind you that on the 26th that we're going to be leaving to go to SmartCon.
Good times. Okay, so electric bikes, fully electric. I ain't talking no hybrid stuff. I ain't talking hydrogen. I'm talking electric. This is what we're talking about. Let's talk about some of the stuff, some of the cool things that are updated. one of the things that I'm really excited for is Triumph finally puts out some info on their TE1, which is their basically
an electric street triple.
It is 100% an electric street triple, and if you doubt it, you can look at this damn photo.
Let's look at this photo.
Look at. Tell me that ain't a damn electric street triple, boy.
I do like the lines.
I love this one. Do I say I love this one the most of the ones we're going to talk about today? Almost the most. Probably like number 2. But so basically at this point, this thing is a riding testing prototype that they have riding on a track. 100 miles of range is nowhere close to where it needs to be, though. No. So sad times on that. I'm getting this info with you guys, by the way. So here's the thing, though. 20-minute charge time, 0 to 80%.
It's not bad.
That makes a 100-mile range actually sound okay. Oh, it's only got 175 horsepower, by the way.
Oh.
485 pounds with an incredible power to weight ratio. 485 pounds that's not bad. Like that's around the weight of that S1000R.
I'm trying to remember what the live wire was. It felt like a dying star. It was.
We can look up what the live wire is.
It was the most dense motorcycle I've ever been on.
Okay, so we will be careful, but let's click into this video and see what we can watch.
Ooh, that's loud.
Yeah, it is loud. I just want to hear the bike.
Projects were set up to develop.
A little woolly.
Yeah, a little. I bet this thing will woolly like hell.
The throttle response in the TE1 is kind of incredible. Really, it's.
Bro, that guy looks 12. How the?
Those fucking racers, dude. They're all kids.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's super torquey and just picks up right away.
I like how he's describing every electric vehicle ever.
Yeah, it's not really.
Why did I think that was our shop for a minute?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, it does look like our shop with the brick walls? That's hilarious. Shocker, guys. We've been developing the TE1.
I just blacked out. I don't remember it.
You just, I flashed your memory. You didn't even know. 3 points. I mean, we already know electric vehicles are going to be fast as shit, right? There's no shocker there. I just the thing I love about this bike and the Ducati we're going to be talking about, like, these companies already have, like, an established look for their motorcycles. Everybody knows what a street triple is, or a lot of people in the community know what a street triple is.
Yeah.
So to do such a good job of they basically took the internal combustion engine out and put in a battery and a motor, or an engine, whatever the fucking correct one is. But like
it's an electric motor.
An electric motor. So like to like replace them and keep the bike almost the way it used to be, I think that's really cool. And the Ducati that is gonna like do all the race stuff soon is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's my issue is their focus. It seems to be a lot on the performance of things.
Are you talking Triumph or just electric
bikes in general?
But
yeah, like it's like that's cool. We know they perform well.
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
Care
Let's make them usable.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I think that's going to be a common theme in everything that we talk about tonight.
So I agree with you, but I think there are a couple bikes that have I've pulled out that actually they're not in production right now. But if all the numbers match and the price is there, you would actually be surprised the usability of some of these. Because I agree, and I think that's like the low hanging fruit, right? It's when you go into the electric motor, you've got the instant torque and the power, and that's kind of the easy selling point. And everybody goes to talking about that, but like that's not gonna sell the damn bikes. It's gonna be like, well, how long is it gonna take me to charge it? How long can I ride on it? Like these are things that are actually hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Category leading 100-mile range.
Yeah. I don't know. Category leading is a.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would they say category leading?
Because what doesn't the Livewire do like 129?
Yeah.
Okay. Look.
Maybe there's some information we don't understand about the 100-mile range because there's nothing category leading about 100 miles range. But I mean, if there's something we don't understand, I'm totally interested. But yeah, phenomenal looking bike. I love the looks of this. This is one of my favorite looking.
I think if you want a drinking game for today, it is that's awesome. But until they get the range down or up,
right. My only thing I know that's going to happen, because I know Triumphs, they're a premium brand. They make premium motorcycles. I'm not saying the price is not worth it, but I know my cheap ass, and I know for a fact whenever this thing comes out, I will not be able to afford it. Yeah. So that's the only. 100%. It's the only kind of letdown. Because I love Triumph bikes, but I just can't afford them.
And we'll talk about this later in more detail, but Triumph doesn't really do the same thing that a lot of brands do, which is the make a model and then get into the base model and then upgrade path within the same model, like buying kits for it and stuff like that, or unlocking the features, like KTM, BMW does.
We're definitely going to dig into that.
Right. So they don't really do that. So
they just make a really fucking good bike, and like if you want this bike, it costs this much.
I can only use my bike as a reference point, but like I bought a Tiger 900 Rally, right? It has everything that it says that it comes with. There's no extra to buy, unless you want to go to the next model up, which is everything on it, right? So there's two models, whereas like a BMW, 850 GSA, you can get in for like 12,000, but by the time you add the rally mode or whatever they call it, all the different unlocks, you're in either the same or higher range. So I will probably bet that theirs will be like a fully featured model, with no unlock path, but you can like buy aftermarket parts, for that same price that other brands would have it. After all the shit. So
on a little side note of this TE1, it's really cool how they have their site built out as phases. So it's almost like a living documentary of, you can see how this project is like coming to fruition,
developing. Yeah,
that's really neat. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I wish more companies would do that.
I like that the way they've used a standard frame technology and then fit everything within. Instead of just having this weird structure that a battery hangs from.
Yeah, so I think that's might have been what I was meaning by it still looks like a street triple. Yeah. Like, they're actually
like
keeping...
that front shot, I can't tell.
Yeah, I have no idea this is powered by an electric motor.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's still... I love the speed triple look. I honestly just love the shit out of speed triples. That's the update on the TE1. We love it. We want to see more. Yeah. Questioning some of the verbiage, but I mean, overall, really cool project.
Apparently, the live wire weighs 549 pounds. So
a considerable amount more. Yeah. And the live wire was still manageable. Ugh. Like riding it around, stuff like moving it in the shop was a little
You ever
rough.
see those TikToks of those big buff dudes with the fucking hammers, and they're like trying to like turn it over like this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's like some exercise of some sort. Yeah, that's what it felt like, trying to fucking move that live wire. It's just like
you have such an
there are 7,000 pounds 6 feet above you, and you've got to move it.
The live wire was very oddly heavy to where if the weight got away from you, it was dangerous. Yeah. I will say that. That being said, I had a really good
with
time.
A Harley kickstand attached to it.
So I would click into the live wire, but like we already did a video on the live wire. We all know about it. If you guys want to see more, we did that whole stuff. Phenomenal motorcycle. Yeah. And if the price was different, I would honestly consider that as my kind of like ride from work to home bike. I don't think I would do any like serious riding on it.
Currently,
currently
almost every EV in the motorcycle world is to have fun or an in-city bike.
Right.
Yeah.
This is coming from a person that I want an EV car and I want an EV bike. It just has to make sense before I'm spending that kind of cash on it. So now, one of the other super interesting things, and this goes really towards that, like, these companies are making electric bikes and they're always talking about performance and power because that's the easy thing. But in this case, that's all they have to talk about. So Ducati has their Moto E Ducati electric bike, which is essentially...
Because they're replacing Energica, I think, for Moto E.
Right, and this is going to be the only motorcycle in Moto E. Check that thing out. So again, we have Ducati doing the thing we were just, promoting Triumph for. They took what is arguably the Panigale platform, and they electrified the thing, and I think it looks dope as shit. got this giant generator with it. So
I mean, they put a lot of R&D into the shape of that motorcycle for racing. So
right.
why try to reinvent the wheel?
Right, and here's a much better photo. Super cool lines. I mean, we already know the Panigale is a phenomenal looking motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think most people would agree with that. This thing is also like freaking all carbon fiber, which at that point it's like, okay, cool. We know we have a power plant that's nuts. Let's get the weight all the way down. The power to weight ratio, I can't even imagine what is something like that. Look at the multiple types of carbon weaves. And then you can't even tell the seats right there. That's such a cool shot.
Timeless.
Goodness gracious, dude. How do you know how fast this thing has to be? It's got to be nuts. Hold on. There's track testing of this, and it's insanity. All right, here we go.
Is this what you were listening
Yes.
to when I was in the restroom? And it kept making sounds like somebody turning on night vision goggles. Going dark.
So I'm sorry to pause it. Here's the thing with electric bikes. I know people are like, I'm going to miss motorcycle sounds. Is it just me, or do electric vehicles sound cool as shit when you're just like getting on?
So people, there are like purists who are like, I just like the sound of internal combustion. That's cool, but like, if it's like your thing, then say it's your thing. But like, you don't shit on EVs because they don't sound like a motorcycle.
They have
sound
a
like
sound.
They sound like something entirely different. It's very like sci-fi. I dig it. I don't like it or dislike it more than the sound of an internal combustion engine. I like it differently, and
that's a really good way to put it, because like it in our industry, so many people they jump straight to comparison. You know, it's like one's better than the other. They are totally different. They are not even on the same planet. All right, so this video is a minute long. I'm going to do my best to not pause it so we can all appreciate this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try. Bro, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine what a flyby would sound like with that motorcycle? Like, if you were
do you remember the sound of the live wire? It sounded like a Jetsons when you honked on it.
Yeah, I'm going to lower this, guys, because the sound in the background, I'm worried that we're going to get stricken. We probably will.
That doesn't matter. We can fight it. Remember, we win.
God, I keep forgetting that. Right, we can fight it because we're commenting on something. I think a flyby with one of these would sound so freaking cool.
Sure. The sound of an inline four screaming by at 16,000 RPM is amazing.
Right.
But the sound of an electric engine in a motorcycle zipping by like it's a fucking UFO sounds awesome.
I don't know about you guys, but as a motorcyclist and a tech lover, I love Tron, and that's all I get from this,
cool.
and I think it's the coolest shit ever.
Like, every time you honked on the live wire, and it gave you that whine, and then that little...
Yes,
like,
I know. I love this.
Yeah.
I am totally here for it. It's going to be so... Like, I'm hearing that this is going to be Moto E. In all honesty, you guys know, I've never really been, like, huge into MotoGP.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to watch Moto E. So, like, what does that say, right? You know, like, I'm now excited to be like, I want to see a bunch of dudes on motorcycles they're not used to. Everything sounds strange. Like, how are things going to change?
Can you imagine, like, it's going to be the first time that some of those racers hear the crowd.
Yeah. That's another thing, like we've seen with all the electric stuff we've tested. It's like you are in the environment. If you guys haven't watched our Livewire video,
even at
like,
that
go
speed
watch it.
and whining out, but like they're gonna be going by a turn and hearing people like shouting at and like cheering them.
Yeah, when you go down that like long back straight through like the podiums and shit,
that's hilarious.
Everybody's gonna be freaking out. I'm sure that experience is going to be absolutely nuts.
Well, so I know how it felt when I was riding it. I was very aware of my...
You're talking about the live wire,
right? The live wire. I was very aware of my other senses, so it was like that's got to be very interesting as a person who has built your muscle memory on a certain type of riding to then now be, using so much more of your senses to be able to have your
imagine
awareness around you.
That was us just puttering around doing our shit. So imagine some dude that his whole brain works on RPMs and sound. You just fuck all that up. I love it. Obviously these dudes do nothing but race hard, so they're gonna get used to it quickly because that's what their job is.
As a racer, it's like you get access to a whole new environment of awareness, because now your ears are playing an even more vital part.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Mystic, no, I have not watched Formula E, but I am totally down for it. I'm a big Formula One fan thanks to Netflix, so I would be totally down to watch Formula E. I haven't looked into any stuff like that. So guys, the Ducati stuff, we talk about these electric bikes, and like with the Triumph, it's a prototype, right? Like it's going to happen eventually. This Ducati stuff with Moto E, that happens next year. As of 2023, the Ducati Moto E bike, that's the thing. So this
with
thing,
VW going, I think we talked about this in that episode about the Ducati. It was with VW now, with their push towards EVs for their car lines,
right?
Having that kind of
a research background
in proxy to this for Ducati now is it's interesting to see it come to fruition.
I'm really interested. You guys know I'm a Ducati fan. I don't own one, never owned one, but I'm a fan of the brand. Ever since they got bought by Audi or whatever the bigger conglomerate company, whatever, it's fascinating to watch what's happening to Ducati.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Ducati closely because they're doing some it's really cool to have a big company like that buy this kind of, I don't want to call Ducati a niche company, but buy this, we'll call it a niche company and you guys can just roast me and tell me what I should call them. But to buy Ducati and then almost modernize and efficiency-ize them, it's really interesting because Ducatis have typically for me been whoa, you can't work on them and you can't afford anything on them.
Yeah.
And they break all the time or whatever the stereotypes were, to now they're getting efficient. They're having phenomenal service intervals. I imagine a lot of that has to do with the car ownership side of the company, their dash for as an example.
Yeah.
In the past they were okay, it's a dash. Now Ducati's got the best dash out there. The way they lay out information and stuff. And that's just one example of car companies have way more opportunities to evolve and fix shit. And you have designers that do stuff on a much higher level. And they come over to motorcycle stuff, which typically gets neglected the majority of the time. Yeah. And you, in the span of a couple years, bro, there's nobody even close to Ducati dashes right now. Yeah. In my personal opinion. Yeah. But yeah, it's super interesting to watch what's happening with Ducati, and I'm super excited to see the Moto E stuff. I can't wait to watch these things just buzzing around a track.
The sound is intoxicating. And it's I said, it's a different kind of sound.
Yeah, we're not comparing it. We're just saying. Yeah. All right, so that's the Moto E bike. Super interesting. That one's all about speed. Speed and performance. The other thing I really like about that, before we move on, everybody's on the exact same thing. There's something about that I think should be I don't think companies so with Formula One, you have all the different companies, they're buying their engines and they're making parts. That's cool and all, but I do like the idea of racing. Everybody's on the exact same vehicle because then it's all down to who rides better, right? Is that just me?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, well, I'll just live in this little world.
No, I'll let you have that one.
Okay. Okay, so those are the big newses. The Triumph T1 and the Moto E. But what?
Come get your newses.
Come on, get your newses, guys. So Ghost found us a really cool article that basically broke down the 13 best electric motorcycles. We're not going to go through all 13 because I'm not really a fan of every one of them, but I read through the article and I made a list.
There is a few that I definitely want to talk about.
Have you looked at my list yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is my screen kind of like correctly on there?
Hold on. I did not bring up your screen, but now to your left.
To my left. Okay.
That's good. Right there.
Gotcha.
Don't move.
Ah!
Okay.
All right, so guys, I basically picked out the top 8 bikes of their 13, and basically on the screen right here, this is what they rated each bike. So you can see here, Energica Ego Plus RS, they gave it the overall best electric bike in the world.
Yes.
We've got links and everything like that. So the information they gave in these articles was price, horsepower, range, and max speed. I don't really.
Wait, yeah, like what's up with the industry leading
so if
range?
Yeah,
that
so
we
guys,
were talking about earlier.
I want us to refer to Triumph said the industry leading 100 miles range. I mean, we have the Zero SRS here that literally out the gate is 227, and Zero's. I would say right now, Zero is the leading electric manufacturer
for consumer
motorcycles.
Yep.
They've been doing it for a long time. I feel like they're the most known name in that space. And they have a bike with 227 miles. So it's like, I don't know where that industry leading. Okay, so just a quick run through, and then we'll break them down individually. We have the Energica Ego Plus RS coming in at overall best electric bike in the world. Then we have the Zero SRS coming in as the best value electric motorcycle. Next up, we have the Harley-Davidson Livewire, which is not updated to the new Livewire 1, which is what that motorcycle is now. The best premium EV motorcycle. We have the Lightning LS 218, which is the fastest electric bike in the world, which I'm pretty sure fastest means it has the highest max speed, I think is what they're determining by, fastest. The most stylish one goes to the Arc Vector, which is a bike I've been following on Instagram for a while. Mm-hmm. It's fascinating. We then have the Damon Hypersport.
Isn't that the one that's the one that has all the fucking
absolutely.
automatic?
So the Damon Hypersport came in for the best electric motorbike for commuting, which I thought was kind of hilarious, but we'll talk about why. And then one I've never heard of, the Persang E-Tracker, came in as the best off-road electric bike, which it has like Scrambler vibes looks wise. If you guys are just listening, it's a very Scrambler looking e-bike. I've never seen this one before. And then finally the Saunders Metacycle, which I'm pretty sure we've talked about on the show before, is the best, came in as best cheap electric bike. And the price is $5,000 on that one. So I figured we could look at these and talk about each of them. So Energica being the best overall electric bike in the world, we've never seen Energica
I have no
here.
frame of reference. I can only take what I've heard and read.
So price tag on this thing, $26,000, which is not crazy, right? That's in the realm of possibility with numbers.
Yeah.
The range is 261, which now we're getting to a good level of range.
Yeah.
Horsepower sitting at 171. And
I find it interesting. This goes, looking at this chart, right? And the things that we've put on here, and of the 3 specs that we've chosen to show, 2 of them are performance related, which I find interesting considering what we talked about.
Yeah, and I put max speed on here because every one of the articles had the max speed. I mean, I'll say personally, I don't give a fuck about max speed.
Nope.
Do you care at all?
I don't care because I'll never go it.
Yeah, who the fuck is going to go 150? I mean, if one of these is a track bike like the Lightning LS,
I try not to.
I get that,
as I can,
but
if I can all help it,
it is a life goal of mine to not go that fast.
I mean, Jesus, on Atlanta roads, go fuck
exactly.
yourself.
But one of these is a dedicated race bike, so I do understand the max speed. But other than that one. Max speed, bro, if you can go 85,
if you can go interstate speed on it,
interstate speed, there's no need for that. I do realize there are some people that are very, very performance driven. They're putting turbos on boosters. You know what I'm saying? These guys might.
The information I need is the real world range,
right,
and the charge time.
Yeah, which is interesting because the charge time was not put out for these, which is kind of interesting. So the Energica, I think, is just the best overall because I personally think the Energicas look phenomenal. I love the way they look. They've got this really angular vibe, but then they have the circular headlights in front, which I think it gives it a real eye look. I like that one a lot. But the price makes sense and the range is good, honestly. I'm super cool with the Energicas, and it's a more sport bike platform, but I do know they have other models.
Yeah.
We're only talking about the Ego Plus RS.
I am seeing a trend in this, and that every single one of these is pretty much a sport bike.
Sport, not
well, no, it's a sport or a super sport, like, and that is interesting.
Yeah,
to me.
we're not seeing any cruiser style motorcycles in here. We're not seeing any ADV style.
By a visual definition, performance is taking the reins in the conversation of this.
Yeah, and by design.
I wonder if it's an attempt to get more people to buy them, so that more money can go into development.
I mean, that could be a good point. They're looking at the sector and seeing what's the biggest
cars that were getting the most hype were the ones that
are the gas versions are the ones that get sold the most.
All right. So it's like when you look at the EV market for cars, and it's like, hey, here's this high performance crazy thing, and then that's all you saw for years, and then it's like, okay, so now we've got the attention and some money, so why don't we back off and then do the super economical and like try to get the most range?
I mean, that is kind of what has to happen, right? You go for the hyper performance people who have just fuck you money, because the money doesn't matter to them. Yeah. And then from there, you use the money and you go to you make the thing that what are the most people riding? Yeah. And I assume them, like, if that's the model, then most of these are telling us that like the sport / naked segment is the most highly ridden. Yeah. So or the super sport focused.
Well, so like, yeah, when you build a bike that is a super sport bike, and then people who are going to look at it, they're going to want performance, right?
Yeah, especially when that's the low-hanging fruit with this technology.
All right, he's yelling at us.
Wait. Oh shit, the ad thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go to an ad real quick, and we'll break down the rest of these after the ad. Sorry. Thank you, Ghost. What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Two Wheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're going to get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're going to get 10% off exclusive brands. You're going to get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're going to get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also going to include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode.
RPM membership also applies to cycle gear and J&P cycles. There, I updated the ad.
We'll see you guys with the rest of the show.
We're back.
Yay, we're back. Okay, so now we did the ad. Thank you for reminding us, guys. Yeah. All right, so let's rock through some of this list then. Yeah, we got the Energica, their best overall electric bike. Yeah. Next up, let's talk about Zeros, because Zeros, they're the big boy in the group. Best value electric motorcycle, coming in at 19,995 for their Zero SRS. Which I'm not a huge fan of this specific one. I really do like the naked version of the Zero.
I'm a big fan of the. I wish they had a bigger range, but like the Supermoto versions.
Yeah, I agree. So let's jump over to the Zero website real quick. But I mean, like 227 miles of range out of that model. So we're getting close to being usable.
I did see it, since we're on the Zero thing. I did see a comment in the chat about Zero and BMW.
The dual sport was the. Did you want to do the DRS, the DS, or the FX?
I don't know. The fucking models don't mean anything.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah. But this is a good time to talk about this, because there's a lot of commentary going around about upgrade paths within a model line. All right.
Oh, right.
So you
yeah.
remember this is very recent. BMW with the bullshit where they're charging a subscription fee for certain items.
You
in their
were
car.
telling me about this, which is
completely different.
Fucking dumb.
I just want to point out this is completely different than what KTM, BMW Motorrad, and Zero and others do. So I want to clear this up so people can understand what's happening, because this isn't new and it's not diabolical. All right. Take BMW, the car company, which is totally different than BMW Motorrad. Take that out of the equation because it's not the same thing. All right. Zero will sell you an electric motorcycle as a base model. It has bare minimum things that you need.
Okay.
They will then charge you if you want to unlock certain features.
Like what? What is an example of a feature you can unlock?
Okay, quick shifter. Okay, so same thing with like KTM's where you have to pay to unlock things. Okay. And people have been saying, that it's a sham and that it's BS and they're money hungry and
You're
blah,
talking
blah,
about
blah.
Zero?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in general with stuff like this. And we've had a discussion about this talking about KTM before.
Yeah, specifically when I rode the Super Duke and it did not have the tech package which unlocked the quick shifter on a fucking Super Duke.
All right. So
anyway,
whatever. Okay. When I sat down and I thought about it.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah. When I sat down and I thought about this, and then I thought about it and I tried to put myself in the shoes of an engineer at one of these companies.
Okay.
And I think as a company, I want more people riding our motorcycle.
Okay.
So I want to reduce the cost of entry, reduce the cost of R&D, reduce the cost of manufacturing. And in order to do that, I can build one motorcycle with everything and then just start locking down things so that I can get a base model. If I don't want a motorcycle with all those things, I don't have to buy a new motorcycle if I decide I want those things. I can just unlock it for a small fee. That small fee is much smaller than having to buy a whole new motorcycle. So, in a way, they're a business. They're out to make money, so they want to get you in. If they can get you in,
right? We're not upset at people making money,
right? But thinking about it this way helped me understand that it is a benefit to us as consumers, but it is also a benefit to them as a company because they have to spend less to make more motorcycles, which means they can get those motorcycles into people's garages for a lower price, which means they have a broader reach. As an engineer, I think it's actually quite brilliant to be like, oh, you want the, whatever 600 SS, whatever the fuck that imaginary bike is. Okay. Well, it comes with, 6-axis IMU and lean sensitive ABS and blah, 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 and a quick shifter, and it costs $17,000. Or you can have the same bike without all those features. They're still there, and you can have that bike for $12,000 or $13,000. Now you get that bike. Now, a year from now, you be like, you know what? I've got a little scratch saved up, and I want to get the quick shifter, or I want to get the 6-axis IMU, or I want to get whatever the feature is that wouldn't be available unless you bought another bike. Like, for instance, my Tiger is a perfect example of that. The Tiger 900 Rally has everything that the Rally Pro has, except I cannot ever get Off-Road Pro on that bike.
Okay.
Because it's tied to the model specifically, and so I can't trick my bike into thinking that it's a Pro. So I will never be able to have the Off-Road Pro mode on my bike. I would have to buy a Rally Pro to get it. Now, let's just say they only had the Rally Pro, and they offered a Rally Pro without those features for the same price as the Rally. I would have totally done that and then been like, yeah, later if I feel like I've gotten good enough to take it, then I can pay for that upgrade. So in a situation like that, I think it's much better for the consumer. Let's be real. It's so that they can sell more motorcycles, right? I'm saving the cost of manufacturing, production. I'm reducing the amount of production processes that have to take place. I'm building one bike, right? Not 4 different models, right? I don't have to have special casting or forging done to case, for the cases to hold certain items that are in this bike that aren't in that bike. I make one item. My overhead is much lower now because I have one production run. And then it's when it gets to the end of the line, it's time to say, this is an S, this is a whatever, S plus, whatever they call it, right? Then it's all computer. It's all in that. And that's the same bike. And that means that they can sell more of them, which, let's, again, remind you, they're a company. They want to make fucking money. So the more bikes they can sell, the more money they make, which means the more money they can put into R&D, which means the more stuff that gets put into these bikes at cheaper prices.
I mean, that's an interesting perspective. Yeah. And I think it's interesting that you bring in that perspective from a gas motorcycle, into the electric space.
Yeah. I think that some companies are going a little overboard with the unlock thing. But it's a self-correcting environment because people will be like, well, fuck you, I'm not buying your motorcycle. And they'll be like, okay, we have to back off a little bit. It's one of those things where, like, if company A's whole purpose in this world is to sell their product and they can't sell it because of a business decision, then it's either sink or swim, right? They'll either have to acquiesce to the consumer reaction or they'll just die as a company. So it is self-correcting. If BMW motorcycles decide to make a subscription service for anything on a motorcycle, then people will stop buying BMWs and they'll be like, oh, well, that's dumb. We should not do that.
Yeah. So I guess, like, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Like, the whole mentality of put everything in the bike. You only have to make one bike. Hypothetically, that drives the price down, and then it allows you as the consumer to only upgrade when you want a specific thing, but you don't have to buy a whole brand new bike. You just unlock something. In theory, I love that. One of the problems I think with that is that when you make that model, you need to really consider what that model is and how it's going to be ridden and who the ideal consumer is, because if you make a motorcycle that, especially at the price point, should include something, and then you lock that behind an additional paywall,
this goes
now
back,
becomes a money grab.
This is what I'm saying about self-correcting. Yes, there are certain things that should be included with certain bikes because of the use case. You say quick shifter. We have argued about that. I don't think that's as egregious as KTM charging you for rally mode on an off-road motorcycle, like an off-road mode. I don't think that quick shifter is as egregious. You would say that at that level of a bike, it should have a quick shifter, but like not everybody wants a quick shifter.
It's not only that level of a bike, but the cost of that bike.
That's fine, but in the world of pay to unlock, there are going to be some swing and a miss, right? And I think when we get into this conversation, it's really easy to go, oh, they shouldn't charge extra for this, and they shouldn't charge extra for that. And most of those things are subjective. The pure motorcycle enthusiast in me says, like, I want to pay a thing and have a thing. That's why I like the Tiger 900 as it is, right? Because I didn't have to pay to unlock anything. But in a world where, a bike costs $19,000 and it has everything you could want, and then I just have to go like, well, I guess I won't get that bike ever because I can never get, that much scratch up, and I don't want to have a fucking bike note again.
Right.
But if they offered it for 12, and when I was shopping for a bike, 12 to 13 was my range, like the bottom end of my range, then I could be like, oh, I can pay for that now and then save up little bits here and there and upgrade when I see fit. And I don't have to go through the process of having anything installed. So it's literally an unlock. It's hook a computer up at a dealership and unlock it. Pay for the thing. I do think that there are certain bikes that's a big miss. Again, we point out the KTM not having the off-road mode thing on a fucking adventure bike is a travesty. And then again, we're gonna see it happen with more and more bikes where they start going like, oh, we'll do this modular system where you can pay to upgrade. That some are going to be like, hey, that's a fucking miss for me, dude. And again, it's a self-correcting because at the end of the day, they're a corporation, they're a giant company. Even if they're not as giant as the other guys, they're a giant company in the world of like they manufacture a lot of motorcycles. It may not be the same amount, but it's more than a boutique. Probably as much or more as like Triumph did, a couple of years ago. The small runs, but compared to the market, but like they still want to make money. So at the end of the day, they're gonna have to correct or will die. Most of them will correct to do that. Again, BMW car thing with the heated seats is bullshit. Microtransactions in vehicles, but as we discussed the other day, BMW and BMW Motorrad. There's no crossover.
Right.
I don't think that we'll ever, hopefully, get to a point
He knocked on wood for you audio
where
people.
there is
That's what that noise was.
Where there is a subscription service for unlocking shit. I think we will see in the motorcycle world for almost every one of these that are on this list where it is, hey, pay to unlock a feature, not pay to
I'm far more I would sign up for the you buy the bike at whatever level you want, and then you can electronically upgrade things. A lot of people in the comments are saying stuff like, if it's electronically upgradable, it can be hacked. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't think we need to get into that, but that's an interesting perspective. But I'm sitting here, so here's what I'm doing while you're talking this, because like I don't have a motorcycle that I can really understand that with, except for a Ducati Hypermotard.
No.
I mean, oh my God. Multistrada Pikes Peak Edition. I know. I'm daydreaming about Ducatis. And I'm over here thinking to myself, like, if I could get a Multistrada Pikes Peak Edition for a understandable price, and then just slowly upgrade it to what the Pikes Peak is, like, that does seem kind of cool.
So there's the rub. It's these companies finding the magic.
You got to find the right numbers for everything, though, which I imagine is really hard.
Certain things should be included.
Yes, that's where I'm at.
I assume that most of these have something similar. Didn't the Livewire have something similar? Like I think there was like a. We'd have to look at it again. I'd have to look at it again. But like every one of these companies, major companies, they're all guilty of it in some fashion.
All right, so we're gonna get back to try to get
through
these bikes.
What is a Lightning?
A Lightning is apparently some race bike that can go 218 miles an hour. And the price is actually not as crazy. Like $38,888. Obviously, you're not going to buy this and ride it on the road, but like I know guys that spend way more than that on a track bike. So that's kind of cool with a range of 160 miles. I would love to know what the range is at a track day though. Cuz you know how a lot of people do the range of like city and highway? Nobody's doing city speeds on a race bike that can go 218 miles an hour. Yeah. Track range, I swear to God, Ghost, if you say 8 miles, wait, hold on, pause. Ghost, is that serious or is that a joke?
Just joking.
Oh my God. I was about to say, boy, 160 drops quick.
Yeah.
No, for real though. It's got to be, if you're stressing the engine to the max constantly, there's no way it's getting 160 miles of range.
So when I look at that, right, that's a high performance vehicle.
Very like Moto E Ducati electric.
And I look at like what they're trying to accomplish. Again, we go back to the performance side of things, maybe to get the attention so that they can get money for the other stuff, like range and charge time.
Yeah, it's super interesting. I'm not really interested in the whole Lightning thing. I'm far more interested in the Ducati.
This next one.
The Arc Vector. So
only because I look at the range and I'm like,
exactly. So here's we got to do an asterisk. The Arc Vector, I have been watching on Instagram ridiculously. If you're just listening to this, guys, look up Arc Vector, ARCVECTOR, whenever you get a chance. Personally, it is one of the coolest looking electric bikes.
It does look pretty cool.
But it's all conceptual. Okay. I don't think one of these is actually, like, nobody's got one of these on a track.
Then
I could be
then
incorrect. I'm gonna go on their website.
Bullshit on that range.
You can reserve it, which
Unless
that
that's
means
all battery.
I mean, but like, look, these are not like a physical thing that's being ridden. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have a prototype. They do have a prototype. Oh my goodness.
British design. Okay.
Charge time 40 minutes. Battery capacity 16.8 kilowatt hours. Range is 436 kilometers, which translates to...
That's 0.6 miles to a kilometer, so...
270.
70? Yeah.
200? Okay, so that fits the range of what the... around that Energica.
Yeah.
So, personal opinions, I think the ARC motorcycle is probably the best looking electric bike or / prototype out right now. Even I like this thing even more than the Triumph.
Yeah. I think it's the coolest looking one.
And it also has the super unique tail. I think ARC has the potential to really do some cool shit. It all just depends if they can do it correctly.
So the issue for me is this. We have all this new stuff coming out, but...
what's going to make it?
So here's the thing. So they've been working on solid state battery technology for a while. In fact, the guy who and him and his team won the Nobel Prize for their work on lithium ion batteries. Once he was awarded the prize, they asked him, what's next for you? And he's like, oh, we're already working on solid.
Well, didn't Toyota just release
state.
something about they're like in final testing for solid state battery?
There's a lot of work right now, solid state and graphite batteries. I think solid state's going to win just because.
I do as well.
Yeah. I don't think you can get away with it in a lithium ion in a standard EV car,
right?
Because you can load a lot of batteries,
but you just don't have the real estate on a motorcycle,
right? And I don't think that anything. One, the rare earth material that's used for lithium batteries it prohibits it being a cheap thing to produce and manufacture. It's gotten a lot cheaper because it's become a lot more prevalent, but solid state does not use rare earth. It's non-thermal reactive, so there's no venting, there's no puncture worries or anything like that.
A lot of positives.
And the charge time and capacity is like crazy comparative. I don't think any of these. It's just interesting to see a new one coming out when we're on the cusp of battery technology.
I totally agree that it's a lens to look at all this.
Yeah.
And by the way, let me just destroy all of y'all's dreams like mine. The ARC Vector's price is currently $118,000.
God!
So, small house
Okay,
or
bye.
ARC Vector.
I take back everything I said about you 5 seconds ago, Ark.
I still love it. I just that's not
I
even
hate him now.
It's a pipe dream.
No, that's not a pipe dream. That's a
now I would like to move on now to what is currently my favorite electric company.
I feel like this is like the Tesla of.
I do too.
Because they take a lot of consideration into the rider aspect of it.
Yeah, you're talking about Damon Hypersports.
Damon.
So Damon is the company where we've talked about these guys before, where the motorcycle can actually, like the handlebars and the rear sets can actually adjust based on the riding position.
The seat adjusted too.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about it, but so I looked up these numbers before the show. It's on their website. You can get a Damon, or it's reserve. They've got video of it riding around and everything, but you can reserve a Damon for $17,000. They have a horsepower availability of 127 horsepower, which
don't care.
Cool, don't care. Range though for a $17,000 motorcycle is 200 miles,
which in reality would probably be like 150.
I don't think it would be that low.
I think.
I mean, like 175, 150. We'll say that.
I think you could take like 20% off of what they're claiming.
Now, so the Damon Hypersport is cool, but the thing that has my eye hardcore is their Hyper Fighter.
I knew you were
I'm sorry, this was not on the list, but guys, this is Damon's website. You can literally reserve it now.
That's a bad bitch.
It is. Look at. Bitch. Hold on, I haven't watched this video.
That's angry looking. Why is it so angry looking,
bro? I don't know. Oh well, that. Hold on. Okay, they're really going into the whole fighter thing. I just want to see the bike. They also there's so much I want to talk about. Oh my god. I love this
you
thing
can't-
so much.
You can't go too far
Okay,
because it's
I know.
545.
Oh God. Okay, so here's they're putting everything out there,
Yeah.
right? So 200 horsepower, 0 maintenance, 170 miles per hour, nobody cares. 146 mile range, that's lower. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Now, here's the thing they do. Oh, there's so much of the shit I hadn't even looked at. So you have the unlimited 15, which is 120 mile range. With let's get full specs. Do we have price? Where's the price?
19. It's in giant letters. You.
Oh, sorry,
dingus.
it's on this side. So for the Hyper Fighter Unlimited is 19 grand, which is a little more. You go to the Unlimited 20, you get 146 miles of range.
This is definitely
for
the
25.
Tesla of motorcycles.
And then I love that the fact is the
called the
biggest one is
Colossus.
called the Colossus. It's so great.
Bigger. I imagine bigger motor, bigger battery.
Also, you get Olin suspension and Brembo brakes
Okay.
for the price of $35.
Good God Almighty.
It's not cheap, but you're getting high end
No.
shit.
Okay, do me a
and
favor.
you get 170 miles
Do me a
or
favor.
146 miles. range.
Stop talking and click.
can't.
And I need you to do that and click on the ultimate unlimited 20, and then the unlimited 15. Okay, so the unlimited 20, it's the same except for you get upgraded.
The Colossus, you get the suspension and brakes.
Yeah.
So you could go with the
I
unlimited.
would say don't get the Colossus unless you're
Honestly,
just
yeah.
that
If
kinda
we're
guy.
looking at everything, because here's the thing with the braking, you
Yeah.
don't really need brakes on an electric bike. If you're going to be riding like we do, the regen braking is phenomenal.
So those are great. The last two on the list, though. All
Okay,
right?
yeah, we need to
the
get
last two on the list. I think are the most interesting.
Also, can I please say, Damon, please, for the love of God, get in contact with me
Yeah.
because I would drool to make a video with your motors. I fucking either of them. They look phenomenal. Your numbers make sense, and I think you have a fighting chance to be one of the leading electric bike manufacturers.
So the last two are interesting to me. One, because that looks like a regular ass motorcycle, and not like a a super fighter hyper bike.
Oh wait, we didn't say Damon Hypersport got the award for best electric motorbike for commuting.
Yeah.
On this website. Next up is the Persang E-Tracker, got the best off-road electric bike. And if I'm going to be honest, I think that's because there's not a lot. The off-road segment and the cruiser segment, they just don't have a lot of
interested
representation.
if range and charge time could get in line. I'd be interested in an electric ADV bike.
Yeah, same. But like, there's a lot of hurdles with an electric ADV bike. We won't even get into those. So the Persang price $15 grand. Horsepower was not given in
Kilowatt, yeah, it's
horsepower, so it's kilowatt hours. 11 kilowatt hours. Range is 75 miles. Max speed.
This is a
68.
city bike.
City bike
but-
that's supposed is off road.
It looks comfortable.
Yeah,
and like you could actually ride it around.
True.
And not have to like wring the neck of it.
Yeah, I don't know how realistic this thing is or if it's a real thing.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. I think off-road electric is way far off though.
Yeah.
I don't even think
we're not even close.
We're not even ready to have that conversation now.
I mean, right now I am limited to a 200-mile range, roughly.
Right.
On a gas vehicle. On my Tiger, I can get about 200 miles.
Right.
So like,
I need to replace that.
Yeah.
Minimum. Yeah, I totally agree. We are far away from dirt electric. Yeah. Now, moving on to the final one that is the most, it gets my award for the most likely for Chase to actually buy it.
If we can get one of these in this shop, I would be so pumped. So we have a Saunders.
Saunders is a company that in the past has made electric bicycles. We actually have one in the shop.
It's currently the only electric bike that works.
It's the only one that works that hasn't messed up, and I've had it the longest.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. So I already feel pretty good about Saunders because if they can make electric bikes, it's not that far of a jump to make a motorcycle. Yeah. Now, I don't know if we call this a motorcycle. It's called a Saunders Metacycle. Get this. This got the award for the best cheap electric motorcycle. Price tag, $5,000.
I feel like it's a step up from the Suron.
I agree. This is a roaded Suron / kind of competition with maybe like a Grom ish. Price tag is $5,000, so very affordable.
Yeah.
Horsepower is 14.5 kilowatts. Not sure what that relates to. Range
It's like 20
80 miles.
It's like 20 something or 30.
So we're talking
horsepower.
Yeah, we're talking like way bigger than a Grom, right? Because I think Grom horsepower is like I don't know, 15ish or something like that.
Having to do that conversion in my head.
Yeah, good. Have fun with that. Range is 80 miles.
Not bad.
Max speed is 80 miles an hour. Now this is a smaller motorcycle. If we can click into here, hopefully we've got time. There's some videos of this.
We have look. No, go up to the top. Up to the top.
And now they have a car or something.
Over to the right.
That's the one we have.
That's the one we have.
That's literally the one we have, and there's the Metacycle.
That's a much bigger bike than I thought it was going to be.
Let's see if there's a person in this video. I think we might have seen this video before. Why is the pre-order button stuck on the...
Whatever.
Oh my god.
Don't hate. That's a regular ass sized motorcycle.
That is a regular sized motorcycle. And it's got that cool opening.
That's a regular ass sized motorcycle.
So
that's not a Grom sized motorcycle.
No, it's not. Interesting.
Those are regular ass wheels. That's interesting.
So if we're talking realistically, the Saunders Metacycle has the highest likelihood of being in the shop. Like I could wrap my head around spending
our grocery getters,
bro,
man.
$5,000, and you're telling me I can ride to work and back and never have to touch a gas station. I would totally buy that 100%. I now is when it's available. I'm not really sure about all that, but I love this, not to replace a motorcycle, but
it's an addition.
It's totally an addition.
I think that's true until we get to a space where all of the hurdles that we have to overcome are overcame.
Yeah.
I think that all of these things are in addition to what you have, not a replacement.
But like with the Metacycle, dude, there's nothing I do on a motorcycle. I could do a first ride on that because that's enough range to go all the way around the route and back.
I think we found our new camera car.
Definitely not that, because carrying things would be cumbersome with how minimal of a frame this is. But I love the Metacycle. I would love to get an opportunity to ride it, and I could honestly see buying one of those. Yeah. Truly.
I think they're all great. I just when we get to those discussions, for me, it always lands on the practicality,
range, and practicality,
right? How fast is I going to charge?
Like that, yeah.
How often am I going to be able to find a fast enough charger? What's my range, right? Because those...
Oh, so before we end the show, that brings us to the last thing I wanted to talk about real quick is, so this company called, what is it?
It's up the top.
Swooby. Yeah. Swoby. So there's a company called Swoby, and if you guys are watching the show...
Could it be Swabby?
Swabby? Regardless, however you pronounce the company, they have this vending machine-ass thing that is just swappable batteries. And there is apparently a motorcycle consortium that's grouped together with Honda, KTM, Piaggio, and Yamaha to develop compatible equipment and infrastructure to support. This is a thing.
No,
already.
I'm saying this is currently being done already in like Taiwan, I think it is, or Korea.
Yeah, but it's being done with like scooters or something like that.
Yep.
But to have people like Honda, KTM, Piaggio, and Yamaha all coming together and basically saying, hey, let's all make whatever fucking bikes we want, but as long as they all use the same battery. This,
in the world we have right now of lithium-ion battery technology, this is the only acceptable solution to the problem of range.
Yes,
is having the infrastructure of this everywhere and
so
everybody being on board.
Infrastructure-wise, this doesn't add anything more than a fucking vending machine at a gas station.
Yeah.
You can literally put one of the... It's literally as simple as you put this in a gas station and you plug it into the gas station's power. Who knows who gets paid what or whatever, but... why would a gas station would be as much incentivized to add one of these as it would be to add a gas pump? Now you have people with electric vehicles coming to your gas station, swapping their battery. Why are you not going to grab a drink and shit like that?
I think that the fact that Honda, KTM, and Yamaha are
the key.
On board.
This is the key to that. The Honda, KTM, like the little motorcycle group.
If they unify in the tech, then the system and the infrastructure which built around them is agnostic to, like, the biggest middle finger to EV right now, in my opinion, is the anti-crossover bullshit that Teslas do.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you have to have a Tesla charger.
Yeah, don't love that.
You like, don't do proprietary. We've talked about this with stuff as simple as like maps or navigation on TFT displays on bikes.
Right. Don't try to do your own thing.
Don't do your own thing.
Yep.
One of the best lessons that I ever learned from my network administrator when I worked in IT. He was a brilliant guy, and I couldn't figure out how he did everything he did. And he's like, I don't remember half this shit. I have the base knowledge, the fundamentals of how it works, and then I look it up and see what somebody else did with that knowledge. Because why would I sit here and spend 5 to 6 hours trying to fix something that somebody else has already fixed?
Right.
There's not very many original thoughts, if any, in this world anymore. Somebody already has done it and done it well, and you can use that and make it work in your thing. So stop doing your own shit. When companies can get together like this and go like, we're all going to have the same battery.
Yeah.
And then it's just agnostic to the brand.
So I want to make a prediction, because right now we've talked a lot about motorcycles. We've talked about or a lot of motorcycle manufacturers, Triumph and Ducati being the major ones, right? Notice we haven't seen Honda, KTM, Piaggio, or Yamaha put out what bike they're doing.
Yeah.
My prediction is that these guys are going to hold back and make sure they do things correctly with the swappable dudes, and they're going to come out with something that's going to make the most sense. They're going to blow every fucking thing off the planet. And suddenly with that, that's where we'll actually see electric motorcycles be adopted. Do you have any final words before we do the Smart video?
No, electric good. Don't be a lame-o and think that electric's gonna like ruin the world.
And guys, I'll do the best I can to remember to add all these links to these articles in the video description, so you guys can check them out for yourself if you want to. Okay, that's the end of the show. Now we got to get to our smart video. Oh, good lord! Here we go. Smart video. Let's do this, fam. 2 minutes. We got time.
Yep.
Oh, what Jamaica vibes?
I'm sorry. What?
Jamaica vibes. Next Friday, the Friday after next. No, the Friday on the 26th. SmartCon. No, you can't have Friday the 26th off. That's not true. I said the opposite of that. Bo, back me up.
Yep, we have the 26th off.
I bet SmartCon would be way more fun than this. True story.
That's a deep dive.
It's a super deep dive. Wait a second. I want to go too, says Trey. I love that that's a video that literally came out today. SmartCon looks pretty cool, babe. You should totally let Bo and Trey have the day off. That's a good idea, babe. I'm totally going to do that. Breaking news. Will Chase give Trey and Bo the day off for SmartCon?
This just in. He
does. Okay, you guys can leave early to go to SmartCon. Sweet. Yeah. Trey, you got some arm problems. They're white. I'm going to need you to go to Nashville on Friday the 26th, okay? When Chase gives Bo and Trey Friday off so they can go to SmartCon.
Nice.
Woo! Office jokes. We're here for it. Fled. A story of the time Chase let Bo and Trey leave work early to attend SmartCon. Also, Andy Gooney was in the movie Fled. Come to SmartCon. Missed it. When Chase stays in Georgia during SmartCon. I'm definitely going to be following Instagram that weekend. 100%. When all the cool kids go to SmartCon and you stay at home.
I told you you should
It's
work
a good
it out,
time.
man.
That's going to be me. Just sitting at home with my helmet on for no reason. When Chase shows up to SmartCon. That's what she said. I can't believe you came. That's what she said.
Man, you ruined.
I did.
You ruined that.
I ruined it so hard. I ruined it so hard.
I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I've been traveling a lot this year, and
What an absolute
I think
bitch.
I've exhausted my travels.
You sack of shit. You should feel bad. You should feel real bad right now.
Oh my
I love
God.
that you fucking swapped that
bless.
together.
I am so sorry.
That's pretty great. Oh no! I missed the smort. I refuse to miss smort. Hold on. I'm. You guys can click off. I don't give a shit. I'm watching it.
Sorry.
Noise. Smart.
Okay, now we can call it done. Oh, nice job.
Let's
Ghost.
rapid fire these Discord.
Shit. Now we got Discord. We're a minute late, but we'll just do it.
We'll just do it. Fuck it.
All right.
We're not gonna not do it.
All right. So Smeagol.
Yes.
Will swear on the precious. I'm just gonna skip. Can't. Yanto, let Bo and Trey off on the 26th, or stop using Discord.
Or we stop using Discord.
Ooh.
If you're gonna fucking,
I'm trying to read quick and I fuck up. It's already a thing. Guys, we're already. Wait, we're having a little like mini meetup here in the shop.
You should say that you. That was so quick.
Gross.
That was so fast.
I'm a disgusting person. Let my people go, says Yanto. I am, says Chase.
Okay, stop making it a joke and actually tell them.
What?
Tell them. Say the thing. Don't like, oh, I'm going to let them. Just say what's happening on the 26th.
Yeah, we're having a little meetup at the shop. Some of the people are coming over. We're all going to meet up here, and then you guys are going to leave, and I'm going to fucking go home.
There we go.
It's going to be a good time. Chase the poo. Facts right now. Looks just like me right at this current moment. I do have pants on, though, just to confirm.
Fucking Winnie the Pooh
Good God.
over here.
Hybrid. Whoa! God! Get off my screen! That was disgusting. Okay, bro, Goonies Duke is so sick. I can't wait to ride it when I go to SmartCon. Sorry, Andy. Miss you long time. Okay, moving forward. Hacker Man.
I bought the base model and unlocked a bigger battery, ABS, and quick charge.
I love that. Boner, we can hack your Triumph only after Chase goes to SmartCon. Oh my God. I heard Chase was giving Bo and Trey the 26th off for SmartCon. SmartCon, Bo and Trey. Nope. Work on the 26th. Not happening. All right. We got Freeze over here. Chase not letting Bo and Trey off the 26th. Next live on Two Wheels show.
I regret that.
True. Oh, that would explain it. Category leading 100-mile range. Category refers to prototype electric motorcycles built by Triumph Motorcycles in 2022.
That is hilarious.
Triumph, I love you, but like, what is that
Come
shit?
on.
What the fuck?
I thought somebody said that in the chat, and I thought, like, that's a funny joke.
Mark, the good find, Mark. That was great.
Hilarious.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. There's so many left. We can't do
No,
these.
we gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta do them.
Look.
Wait, come on.
Okay. When you're a kindergarten, oh my God, Bo, go. I can't.
When you're a kindergarten teacher, but you have been anointed in the ways of smart. Oh, my Grandpa Chase, what big smart you have, said Little Red Bo Keyhood. Thank you. This smart gives me the real big bike energy on the Sportster S, said Smarty Wolf. You're not my real Grandpa Chase. He would never say this is a real bike. Damn straight, son, and now you're my lunch, beaver boy.
Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you for reading that.
Hey, look at that.
True.
Fucking nerd.
No, live footage of the 26th right here.
Hilarious.
That is funny as shit. Okay. Living with the KTM 390 Duke 1 year review. Shameless self plug. I get more subs than my 15-year-old Minecraft channel.
Nice.
Goonies YouTube page is totally legit. I'm totally one of his 17 subs. We should all go watch that video one day. Yeah. Absolutely. Right now.
I have watched it.
I wish I have. All right, live on Two Wheels from Nashville, guest starring the Smart Guys. I see this as an absolute win. Love that.
We're almost done.
We support Marlboro Hill. Okay. Chase, work on the 26th. Bo and Trey.
Dodging that bitch.
No, thank you. Chase, I told you, let Bo and Trey go to SmartCon. Oh, shit. This is me getting fucking owned right here. Mm-hmm. You guys are going. Don't worry. All right. 390 Bros, the first C2W Discord Bros ride videos featuring DJ and Andy Uguni, coming soon to Andy Uguni's YouTube channel.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's it, bud.
That's really cool. Okay, we made it. Woo! Electric bikes are awesome. We're very excited. And guys, that's all we got for this show.
Also, Zero is not a scam, so.
Also, Zero is not a scam. It's just a business proposal that they're trying. And the market will let them know if they can do it or not.
Yep.
All right, guys, this is Live on Two Wheels. We will see you guys next week. And by we, I mean Trey and Bo, because I will be not here. I will talk about where I am the week after that. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for watching Live on Two Wheels. Make sure to go sub Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel, because that's where the fun's at. We have to go. Goodbye. What the fuck is happening? Bye.
It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie woogie.